So just to sort of clarify, in your cost of acquisition calculation, what all do you really take into account? Just for a sort of a formula basis, what all do you do?
Yeah, we are a product now. We deliver chatbots which are virtual, and we deliver live tutors which are real humans. We need to pay for them. So, if, for example, if the cost of download, which is not a customer acquisition cost, the cost of download, let's say, to utter is, let's say, 5 rupees for argument's sake, which means that if I spend 200 rupees for making people download my app, I'm going to get 40 users downloading it. So out of those 40 users, if I can get one user to pay for it, I am ad spend positive. Ad spend positive, not CAC positive, ad spend positive. Now, but my customer acquisition cost is not only the advertising cost. To acquire a paid user, I not only need to deliver him a better product which is virtual, I also need to deliver him a better product which involves humans, which means I have to embed the human cost as well. So now my customer acquisition cost is not just 200 bucks that I've spent on the ad spend. It's also maybe 50 rupees per user cost, which I'm spending on tutors, and maybe another 20 or 10 rupees cost which I'm paying to AWS, and then there is another 10 rupee cost which I'm paying to the call center who's calling these guys. All these guys, in a combined manner, are actually helping me acquire the customer. So if there is no AWS, my app won't work. So I cannot say that my CAC does not include my AWS costs. So all these costs, these are all operating costs to acquire a customer. And ultimately, it all boils down to, and which is what I have had discussions with some of the VCs, and smarter VCs say, but what about a great design? Ultimately, it is the design which is getting a customer. So why don't you include that design cost? So what we have realized is, no, ultimately we can have these kind of discussions, but CAC is essentially, are you profitable when you acquire a paid user ultimately? So if you are able to achieve that, you can keep raising the bar. You can start with saying, let me first be ad spend positive, then let me achieve operating profitability. Then, which means once you achieve operating profitability, in most of the regular parlance, you are unit economic positive. And then you go to net profits. But ultimately, you decide what your CAC is, what your CAC stands for. So if your CAC stands for ad spend positive, then the number is different as compared to net profit. So that's how we look at it. There are many versions of CAC, as I said earlier, but this is the version of CAC that we look into.